Hello everyone, it's that time of the year again. Today I will be explaining to you how the 10 Days of Christmas work. Now, to start with, the 10 Days of Christmas is a series of competitions that I hold pretty much every December, or at least every December since 2017. And there's just like a whole bunch of competitions with some very great prizes, so I'm really hyped to be able to do that again. And in this video, I will be explaining briefly how that happens, but if you want all the details with the specific things, you have to join my Discord server. Now, the competitions will run across all of December. All your battle results have to be from December. It goes across all the servers, so it doesn't matter which server you're from, you can always enter. And you can submit your entries until January 2nd, like a minute before midnight my time zone. But basically, the battles have to be from December. Regardless of where you're from, there's no time limit in time zones that way, just from December as a whole. Now, in order to enter the 10 Days of Christmas, you have to be on my Discord server. Every competition will have its own channels. Those channels will be blind, which means that you cannot see what has been posted in there before and what others have entered, because basically, the more entries I get, the happier Wargaming is, the easier it will be to get funding again for this next year. So that is why you will not be able to see that. I want everyone to submit as many times as they can, really, because that only helps me. So you have to post the required battle screenshots, basically, which is usually team results, battle results, sometimes detailed results, and an active replay. What I mean with that is that you cannot submit an entry from before an update after the update has been, because then the replay doesn't work anymore. And I used replay to verify that you've played fairly and everything. So yeah, post the screenshots, the replay, your in-game name and ID in the channel on my server in order to have a valid entry, basically. Now, it's not all related to just having games and posting them on my server, because there will also be 2 giveaway streams. The first stream will be on December 13th at 8 p.m. CET, and the second stream will be a week later on December 20th. Now, I know that for some time zones this might be difficult, but at the same time it also has to work for me, and I'm in the EU, so hence the 8 p.m. CET, because those are the times that generally work best for me. But there too, anyone from any server can join in and enter and maybe win a nice little prize. Now, the first competition is basically be creative. Draw 1 or more tanks in a Christmas themed drawing. Now, this shouldn't be difficult. It pretty much makes sense. And you can win a Cobra, a KV-13, or a Cromwell. It's basically place 1, 2, and 3 that win prizes here. Like the last couple of years, the entries have been amazing. This is pretty much my favorite competition of the whole competition run, if I'm very honest, because it's just so cool to see what people come up with. So I'm really looking forward to all the entries. Now, competition 2 is the most supremacy points. You can do this in any tank, any tier that you want. Basically the game that has the most supremacy points will win a tier 6 premium tank or a tier 5 premium tank, and second place will win a tier 5 premium tank. Like, there's a list of tanks that you can choose from on my server, because it's not just any tier 5 or tier 6. Basically, I'm limited to the list of tanks I'm allowed to give away from Wargaming, but that's part of the details on Discord. Now, competition 3 is the highest base XP in tier 7 or 8. And the thing that I put with that is that it has to be in a tech tree tank. So you cannot use a collectible tank or a premium tank for this competition. It has to be tech tree. But it can be in both tier 7 or tier 8, depending on which you want. The prizes for that are a Cobra for first place, and then second and third place can each choose one of the tier 5 premium tanks that are in the list that is posted on my Discord server. Now, similarly for competition 4, it's the highest damage, but then in tier 8 or 9, and that also has to be in a tech tree tank. And there also the prizes are either a Cobra for first place, or tier place second and place third can each choose a tier 5 tank from the list that is posted on Discord. Now, the reason that I do this across multiple tiers is mainly just to not tie people down too much, especially when it's like only in a tech tree tank. The choices are a little bit more limited. Now, tier 5, you have to do the most assisted damage in either tier 8 or tier 9. The prizes for this are high, because it can be very difficult. It is a Super Conqueror for first place, a tier 8 Prem for second place, and a tier 7 Prem for third place. Now, you can drive a premium collectible or tech tree tank, whichever you choose, but I will be looking at these replays very closely, because last couple of times we had people that were just tracking people with HE and just not doing any damage themselves and just waiting for the team to do all the damage for them. Now, that's something that I'm not going to allow this time. I will be looking at the replays closely. If I feel that you are rigging in one way or another by doing that sort of things, then I will not allow your entry to count. And of course, a track shot is allowed, but there's a difference between tracking someone once or continuously HEing someone to just track them and not do any damage yourself. So just have an honest game in order to win a Super Conqueror Tier 8 Prem or a Tier 7 Prem. Now the last competition, competition 6, is highest toon damage. You can do this either in tier 9 or tier 10. You're not tied down by tank limitation. You can be any type of tank, any collectible, premium or tech tree that you want. And the highest toon damage, basically you and your teammate will win a tier 10 tank. And the second place will win a tier 8 tank. Again, there's a list that you can choose from, which will be posted on my server, but that's it in a nutshell. Now, like I said, you have to be on my Discord server in order to submit your entries. You have to send the required screenshots to replay your in-game name and ID to the designated channels on my server. Potentially your teammates' in-game name and ID as well. Mind the limitations. Like I said, all the specifics will be posted on my Discord server, so please pay attention to those. Because if you have an absolutely epic game but you don't meet the requirements, then it won't count. It will still be an epic game, but then you can't win prizes with it. I will not be posting leaderboards of any kind because, like I said, the more entries I get, the happier Wargaming is, the easier it will be to get funding for this next year as well. So I'm really looking forward to see everybody's entries, and I really hope that everyone will enjoy participating in this, both with the competitions and the giveaway streams and everything. So with that in mind, I wish you all very good luck, and I wish you all very merry holidays, and I will see you on the giveaway streams. Bye bye.